Hello, you wonderful people. Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. Today, we are breaking down Instagram's newest updates and features, and we will be letting you know how to actually use them to grow your audience, get more leads, and stay ahead. We also have a few other new additions to Meta's other platforms that you might be ignoring, but you may want to fold into your strategy. Let's dive in.
The first new update and feature that you need to know about is Instagram content is coming to Google search. Now, this has technically been happening for a while, but Instagram has started sending out messages to let people know their content will appear in search from July 10th.
This is a big deal, though, technically.
Yes.
Because we have been talking about this for a very long time.
We have
But
SEO.
this is like the reach, what you need for reach. So I just want to say it is so important now that you focus on search, which Craig will talk about more.
Yes.
But it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, like this is very, very good for you if you optimize correctly. Literally, even for us on YouTube, our biggest, the reason we've been able to grow our YouTube channel and get over 5 million views is because of search.
Yes.
So yeah, I just want
Very key. No, I'm glad you put that in.
Yeah.
It's important for people to know. So this is really going to help with discovery, of course, and it proves what we've been saying for a long time, which is that SEO is extremely important and is now more important than ever. So when we say SEO, for those who don't know, we're referring to optimizing your Instagram post to show up in search, which you can do by leveraging keywords that are relevant to your audience, by having them show up in your content, your captions, and your profile. Also your actual, like the verbiage that you're speaking as well, because it can pick that up. And we did a full deep dive on how you can optimize your Instagram post for search in this video. So check that out. Get schooled up on SEO, search engine optimization. It's probably going to be the biggest growth factor, arguably, for Instagram moving forward.
Yes.
If that's not too bold to say.
I think so, because you're going to be showing, it's just multiple ways to drive people to your content, just like YouTube has been doing for so long.
Yeah.
Like when you look up something, YouTube comes up a lot of the time. So does Reddit. But Instagram making sure that they're getting there. And we've seen this come up already, especially even with TikTok too. But I think they're doubling down on it now.
Yeah.
So very, very smart.
Very exciting.
Now, the next new Instagram update that you need to know about is that you can now reorder your Instagram grid. So Instagram's been playing with the grid and layout this year. They're like, I don't know what happened, but they're just really focused on this right now. So some users already can now manually rearrange the order of posts on their Instagram grid, which will make a lot of people happy, especially if you really care about aesthetics, because this is a purely aesthetic play. But if your profile acts as a portfolio or you're a visual first brand, this could help you showcase top performing content and tell a more intentional visual story. So it's perfect for creatives, designers, anyone who really wants to make their profile look like basically like a magazine cover. So back when the grid was everything, I think this feature would have been like even more exciting.
It's true.
And also a very quick update too. Instagram also now supports 3x4 images. So there's a lot of small things happening and tweaks happening to the feed, but to actual posts that show up in terms of the sizing. And we already know that this year we had the change of the sizing of the grid in general. So the 3x4 images, it's still a portrait image. It's a minor update, but it technically would fill more of your viewer screen for photos and carousels. But it does not replace like the 1x1 or the 4x5 or the 16x9. It's nothing's getting removed. You just have a new update to the images you're allowed to share and the sizing of what you're allowed to share.
Now, before we get into the next update, we want to quickly talk about one of the biggest reasons business owners fall behind on platforms like Instagram, and it's not strategy, it's capacity. You know what you should be doing, but it's just not possible to do it all on your own, especially if you're running a business, serving clients, and trying to stay consistent online. That is exactly why we use and recommend Upwork, the sponsor of today's video.
Okay, guys, we have loved and used Upwork for years. It's also the hiring platform that we recommend to our clients.
Yes.
Anytime we need freelance support that's fast, skilled, and doesn't require onboarding a full-time hire. So for example, we're working with a client right now who's like a very highly skilled contractor and consultant. You know who you are, because I know you watch the channel. And he needed a proper landing page and website for his services for all the social traffic that we're intending to send there. So we helped him post the job on Upwork, and the web designer that he hired absolutely nailed it. The website is super professional. He did it so fast, and he built out exactly what he needed and what we all together wanted.
Yes, and for another client, a really talented speaker, she needed help with operational and light social tasks. So our full service work starts in the 5-figure per month range, which didn't really make sense for her budget. But we knew that support was critical to her success. success, and it could be executed by a freelancer leveraging our strategies. So again, we turned to Upwork, worked together to build out the project needs, and found the right freelancer to support her and her business.
Yeah, we also use Upwork for a lot of things, mainly graphic design and copywriting. And it's honestly the first platform we think of when something just needs to get done and we don't want to spend time sorting through trying to find people on different job sites who might not be on the same page with us, like wanting a full-time job, when we just need really great freelance talent. And the best part, it's free to post a job.
Totally free.
You get access to top talent across almost every category, and their AI-powered search engine makes it incredibly easy to find someone who fits exactly what you're looking for.
Exactly. So whether you are a solopreneur, a small team, or scaling your offers, Upwork is one of the smartest ways to get support without growing your overhead. So if you've been sitting on a task that's not in your wheelhouse, post a job for free today at upwork.com and get matched with someone who can take it off your plate. So the next Instagram feature that you need to know about is the teleprompter feature in edits. This is cool, eh?
Yeah.
So this will make filming talking head videos so much smoother and easier to create, especially if you're a little shy and you just,
I've tested it. I don't think I told you, but I did test them. They're
How you
cool. I
feel?
have some videos, which will come up on the screen here,
Okay.
that I use. I think it's great because what I was looking for is eyeline to see if it looks too reedy. And I think it looked great
looked good?
because you can also increase the size, which means you can come out a little bit further. Yeah, there's
Speed, you can adjust
speed,
it
all
all.
that. Exactly. I liked when I looked back at it, it didn't feel like it didn't look reedy to me. And I think it's very, very cool. I think it's so smart they put that in there.
It's
yeah.
definitely taken out one business at a
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
So with this new teleprompter feature, you can upload your script and the text will roll as you speak through it, as Tiff was just explaining. So you just need to adjust the timing and size to fit your pace, and you don't have to worry about memorizing a script now. You can just flow naturally. We've been using teleprompters for
Yeah, we love
using one
teleprompters.
right now.
Yeah. Honestly, like
It's
we just
very
put
handy.
notes up. When you have notes,
Just
you're not
notes.
looking down. It's very annoying. So
We used-
when you just look straight
The
ahead.
way we used to do it. Oof, before
Oh my gosh, yeah, I
teleprompter.
don't even want to talk about the level of
It was a
time and
nightmare.
effort put into it. Teleprompter is the ultimate hack that I think a lot of people don't talk about,
Absolutely.
especially for if you're filming talking head content like this.
I couldn't agree
Yeah.
more. It
Yeah.
changed everything.
Yeah.
And in general, as we were saying, teleprompters are a great tool for tightening up your delivery when filming talking head content. And we've recommended BigView, which is the app that we have used traditionally, very often to clients and here on the channel to help make speaking to the camera more comfortable. And now no other app is required for short form content. You'll be able to do it right in edits, selfie style. Even more reasons for you to show up on camera, which is something that we won't shut up about.
We will never shut up about you showing up on camera consistently.
Yes.
Now, there are even more edits updates. So if you missed it, Instagram officially launched its editing app called Edits, and they're shipping new features weekly. You can check out our video here where we go into a deeper dive into the app. But the most recent updates since the launch are keyframes. Like, this was a majorly in-demand feature because it's very popular in other editing apps like CapCut. It's actually an effect that we use all the time, like right now, where you can zoom in and out and rotate things smoothly, all without harsh cuts like this. So it's very smart of them to add this in, and we definitely think it's one to use to help with retention. Another one they did was Restyle as well. So Restyle is this like generative AI video editing feature where you can change your look. Like you can literally turn yourself into a Greek statue. I did it just to test. But you can also change like your creative backgrounds. You can add rain, change your outfits, your lighting, all these things. There's 50 plus right now preset AI prompts that you can use. So if you want to add like a little pizzazz or fun to your videos, especially if you add skits or make entertaining content, I think this is where it'll make the most sense. One thing they added, which I think was super important, was beat markers, which will help you cut clips to music. So if you create like vlog style clips, for example, this is really great to help you create more engaging reels because you can literally cut your clips to the beat. They also enhanced the Reels Inspiration tab, which will show you reels that are made using edits so you can see what's possible. And they've upgraded the Ideas tab where you can save your audio, like save audio that's trending or interesting to you, and you can leverage stickers to make sticky notes to say, oh, this is what I want to do with it. Everything to help you get more inspiration to create. More effects, transitions, and animations. They have a voice enhancement, which will actually make your voice sound better, remove background noise. They've also enhanced the insights, which will help you better understand how your 10 most recent reels are performing ranked by views. So definitely leverage this, as insights are super important in understanding what to do more of and what to cut from your strategy. We talked more about the insights in our edits breakdown, which will be linked below and that we also popped up here earlier.
Yes. The next Instagram feature you need to know about is they've introduced share only to profile and not the feed. So we've seen this show up on a few of our accounts, not everything yet, which is the ability to post content directly to your profile without it appearing in your followers' feed. So the intention, according to Instagram, is to reduce pressure that creatives can feel about content performance that ends up preventing them from posting, which of course is the worst case scenario for Instagram. So features like this offer some more creative flexibility. If you don't want, you just want it in your feed, but you don't really care about engagement from that particular post, it's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
So some other use cases we've already seen for this, low-key updates, like say something like service hours, FAQs, event flyers you don't really need to push out to a feed. Visual storytelling without overwhelming your audience, and that's typically like the ones where it's like
I wish
one
they
picture.
had this back in the day when people were doing like
then
the
you got, like, a
12-part
corner of
design grid. And I don't know if you all remember, it was like you would just see like a feed in your post and it was like, the corner of an image, and it made no sense
With
because
no
it only
caption.
made sense in the grand scheme of the actual feed.
Yeah.
So this was a long overdue one. I should
think
have
a
had
few
this
of
a long
these
time ago.
probably like 5 to 10 years ago, but whatever, we're here now. Curating a clean grid without disrupting the algorithm, and it can make your profile more dynamic, like a storefront, without pressuring you to post for performance every time. So a little bit overdue, but we got there eventually.
The next Instagram update that you need to know about is the introduction of recaps and celebrations. So speaking of insights, Instagram has launched 2 new features aimed at helping you learn more about how your content is performing and educating and encouraging you on how to move forward. So the recaps are personalized digests that highlight what you're doing well, give you like very top level insights like your total views, how many views came from non-followers, and your total follower, your follower growth. And celebrations will appear when you hit a key milestone like a viral reel or a follower milestone like hitting 10,000 followers, for example. These are both ways to really just encourage people to keep using the app, of course, that's the goal, and just celebrate them along the way, which is something that YouTube has done very well for a very long time. Like,
Gonna say,
it's literally the recap that we look at. You always get like a 24-hour recap after your post, and you'll start seeing those notifications coming from edits for you. You get the weekly digest and you get the monthly digest, and it just helps really keep YouTube at the forefront.
It really does.
It's very smart for them to do this for
Another thing
Instagram
they
as
should
well.
have done
Another thing they
forever
should have
ago.
done from time. So we really recommend that you use this data to audit what's been working, then lean into the formats, post types, or themes in your next batch of content. If you don't know how to audit your posts, we broke it down in this video where we walked you through a free template of how we audit top posts to spot the patterns that we leverage to increase engagement for ourselves and for our clients. So definitely check that out.
The next Instagram update you need to know about is lockable reels. So this one seems to be with a small set of people for now. It hasn't really rolled out largely yet, but Instagram will let you publish a reel that's locked behind a secret code. So think of it like gated content. So users will need to enter secret code to view it, which is almost like sometimes if you share like a Vimeo link, it can be locked or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's good for creators to share stuff. So as a business or creator, this could be a smart way to build exclusivity around a product drop, promo, or a launch. So you could do things like tease a new offer, reward VIP customers or email list subscribers, or create hype like The Weeknd did with his album drop. So to access it, people could join your email list, opt in via ManyChat, get added to close friends or a broadcast channel, which is pretty cool. So this is basically a Reels version of a lead magnet, which is something we talk about here on the channel a lot. And if you're trying to build a content strategy that actually turns views into customers, we talk about this kind of thing all the time on our YouTube membership channel. So over there, we review member content, share exclusive resources, and show you exactly how to apply new features like this in a way that makes sense for your brand. If that kind of support sounds helpful, check the link in the description below to join. We'd love to see you there.
The next new feature that you'll like to know about is AI backgrounds in stories. So now you can use Meta AI. Meta AI is always going to be coming up now, okay? To generate custom backgrounds in stories. So it's a quick and fun feature which you could use to just create fun branded backgrounds for like your Q&A stickers, testimonials, or even behind the scenes shot. It's especially helpful when your environment isn't camera ready. So that's just like a quick one that you want to know about. You should start seeing it on the top of your stories bar here, which will pop up so you you can see what it looks like.
The next Instagram feature you need to know about is Instagram's friend map. This is interesting. So Instagram are testing a Snapchat style map feature that lets followers see your real-time location. So for business owners, use this with caution. This is only useful if you're doing something location-based, like a pop-up local event or like scavenger hunt, or if you want to show when you're at the shop for brick and mortar businesses. Otherwise, keep this off. Your privacy and boundaries a lot matter more than a feature flex. It's
For sure.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
I think that's a
accidentally turned it
personal
on.
vibe.
You were like, hey, yours is
And I was
on.
like, excuse me, yeah.
So everyone's going to know where you live. If you're
Yeah,
personal,
like it's pretty serious. So be careful. If you haven't looked and turned that off, just turn that off if you're not in a brick and mortar and want to showcase that. And that's your business phone. So just want to put that out there.
Yeah, and it is kind of, I can see the use case being for, particularly now as we're recording this at summer, like there's lots of things happening. So it might be, oh, the person running the account's there. Like, cool. Like
this pop-up, this festival, things like that.
Or a creator. If a creator's going to, hey, here's where I'm going to be at. Like, but then not everyone wants everyone to know where you're at. So,
all the time. Yeah.
All the time. So just, keep all that in mind.
Yeah. All right, so let's move into our lightning round as we always do for additional Meta app updates. So if you've been ignoring apps like Threads or Meta AI or even Facebook, these new updates might just make you want to fold them into your strategy. So here's what's new. In Threads, our 2025 social media prediction is officially unlocked. Threads now allows ads. We saw that come in. Any Meta platform really, though, is going to have ads. It's just a matter of time, right?
Come on now.
Yeah, and then Threads has also added DMs. They've added enhanced insights. They've added multiple link in bio, keyword-based discoverability with topics that you can add to your profile. I believe it's up to 10, and a standalone app that doesn't require you to have an Instagram account, which is actually very smart because the whole goal should be to create a true X competitor and a blue sky competitor, and you do that when it's not always just attached to Instagram because some people don't want Instagram. So that's very smart on their side. Threads has also reached 350 million monthly active users and has also increased its average time spent. So it's actually getting closer and closer to X's 600 million monthly active users. That's a big deal.
That's not bad.
It hasn't been around for that long. Yeah.
It's about 2 years.
So it's worth paying attention to Threads. If you want us to do a dedicated video on the app, let us know because we are using it for some clients and seeing really great results, especially when it comes to like prompts and, conversation starters, thoughts, affirmations, all of that jazz. So we could talk about that more.
That'd be cool. Okay, Meta AI now. So Meta AI has its own standalone app finally, which is great, which is Meta's answer to ChatGPT, but it's designed with social content and everyday creativity in mind. So you can use it to brainstorm content ideas, write captions, optimize your Instagram bio, or search for new inspo in general, all within this conversational interface, which feels intuitive and quite personal. So what makes it really interesting is the Discover feed. That is a space where you can see how other people are using AI. You can scroll through top performing prompts and even remix them to fit your brand or content goals. So you can think of it like a swipe file of ideas powered by real creators. Also, nothing gets posted unless you choose to, so you can explore and test privately, which is dope.
Yeah.
Now, we were invited by Meta to dive deeper into the tool, and we actually had a call with their team to talk about how to best test it. So we'll keep you updated as we explore it more. And if you're brand new to AI, we've got a full video on how to use AI to build your content strategy and create posts step by step. We'll link that for you below, and the exact prompts will work great here too.
And Facebook. Never thought you'd bring that up, did you? But if you are using Facebook to promote your business, which we still recommend, okay, especially if your audience skews older, then you definitely should be on Facebook. They're still on Facebook, okay? So Facebook officially recommended that you add links in comments, not in your post caption. So this has been a suspicion for a long time. Anyone marketing on Facebook can see that if you add a link in the post, your reach decrease. But it's good that they're actually making these recommendations to help people increase their opportunity for reach and engagement, which would also encourage people to use their app. In general, I could just see that Facebook is kind of trying to renew interest in the app. And again, if you have a demo, especially if we're looking at like 50 plus, like we know some people in our audience are, and you have a business and your demo is you, it's in your age group, you should still be on Facebook. You should also probably have a Facebook group. If you want us to talk more about that, that's something we could do. We'd probably do it in our membership channel because the keywords probably wouldn't love us on the public channel. But let us know. And those are the newest updates. If any of these Instagram updates sparked an idea that you don't have the time or team to execute on just yet, don't forget you can always get support through Upwork. So
Yes.
whether you need a designer, a web developer, or someone to just help you stay consistent with content, Upwork makes it easy to find the right person fast. Huge thank you to Upwork for sponsoring this video.
Yes.
You can post a job for free today at upwork.com. It'll be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Let us know what updates you're most excited about in the
Yes,
comments, and
please.
we will see you in the next one. Check out this video next, though, before you go.
Yes.
See you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.